All right, welcome out to episode number 2 of Coast to Coast Sports Podcast. My name is Gabriel Trevino. This is the second podcast that I'll be doing here on the Coast to Coast. I have another Coastal Bend athlete from the Ingleside Mustang. From Ingleside, he's an Ingleside Mustang. I have here with me Alex Rodriguez. Alex, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just trying to live, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alex is a 2021 Ingleside Mustang graduate, and he played multiple sports through his high school career, and he's going to continue to play football and baseball at the next level. So we're excited to have him here. I've got some questions for Alex, and then we're going to kind of talk about the college that he's going to be going to, and he's going to continue to play two sports that he loves dearly at this college. But before we get started with the questions, I had Alex's mom kind of send me a little note, a kind of like a little letter about Alex and just kind of the things that he's accomplished about with sports and just some of the things that he likes. And I just kind of I want to read out, Alex, what your mom wrote to me. And these are her words. And so basically what she wrote to me was Alex has been playing football since he was about 7. He has always had a competitive drive that kicks into gear the minute he steps on the field. Never afraid to hit and hit hard. All district defense, second team, sophomore year, was having a stellar year on defense when he tore his MCL his junior year. Alex came back his senior year, all district first team defense, and was nominated to play in the Coastal Bend Coaches Association All-Star football game. Alex has always excelled in all sports and has played football, baseball, and basketball throughout high school. Alex was voted sophomore of the year and the all district second team his senior year. Alex will be attending McMurray University in the fall, where he will be playing D3 football and baseball for the Warhawks. So, Alex, I want to congratulate you here. The Coast to Coast Sports wants to congratulate you, man. It's always good and I guess I like to talk to athletes that are going to continue to play the sport that they love at the next level. And man, you're going to be playing two sports that you love, which is football and baseball. So that's great, man. And once again, congratulations. And I'm glad that you were able to find some time to come here this evening and do this podcast with me. So, Alex, if you're ready, I'll start off with some of the questions that I have for you. The first one is, who was your biggest influence growing up?
When I was growing up, I would have to say either one of my brothers because, like, when we were kids, we'd always like play fight. I would always be fighting around. We'd always be playing sports. Like they pushed me to become like the tough little guy on the field I am, and like they done a lot for me throughout the years, I guess, and like they pushed me throughout to do so much. So I guess they would be my biggest inspiration.
Awesome. It's always
Like,
good to have big brothers, man.
yeah, for sure.
The second question I have for you, Alex, is who would you say you model your game after? So, like you're playing. Well, you played all sports, right? But I think the two
Yeah.
love of the game. So let's talk about the two sports that you're going to be playing at
Mm-hmm.
in college. Was going to be football and it's going to be baseball. So, who would you say you model your game after, both in football and baseball?
In football, I'd say Eric Church, Eric Church, no, Eric Berry, That's one. He had
Okay.
cancer. He was a Kansas City Chief, and he had cancer. He was a safety, and like when he like overcame cancer, I guess that like made me like want to be like him, like make me want to play like him, hit hard like him. So I'd say Eric Berry, and then for baseball, it says it in my name, I guess. I've always loved Alex Rodriguez since I was a little kid. I was named after him, and I've always wanted to be like A-Rod, I guess. So,
Hey,
gotta
you
go
can't
after
go. Yeah, you can't go wrong with A-Rod, man. I mean, come on, man.
sure.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. The next question I have for you is you started playing football at 7, like I read, right? And so if you could just talk to us a little bit about your youth football experience. You know, a lot of kids start off now playing at a very young age. And so you possibly played, I'm sure, from 7 and every year after that. What was that experience like for you in youth football?
It was amazing. I loved playing against like playing with my friends, and like even when we were little, we were really good. Like it was fun, and then I had my best friend's dad was the coach, and he made it so much fun. We weren't winning all the time, but it was fun. And then I took like 2 years off of football and decided to go to baseball. I wanted to play year-round baseball, so I did that for about 2 years, and then I came back to youth football, and then we started junior high. So it was amazing. Everything about it is fun.
So I'll just throw another question in there. So you love both sports, right? So I'm going to ask you, is there a sport that you love one better than the other? Do you love football better than baseball better than football, or they're both the same?
Yeah, they're not the same. It's like different atmosphere to me. Like football atmosphere is amazing. It's great to be in. You're like everyone cheering on you when you run out of the tunnel, everything. Like, and baseball, it's like a calmer like atmosphere. Like you're all locked in and loaded. Like you ready? You got to do your job. But I would say baseball probably.
You love baseball more?
I'm more of a
Yeah, baseball guy. That's great, man. That's great. So Alex, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what was it like for you? I talked a little bit and at the beginning about you having that injury. It was a major injury for you. Of course, playing football, and it's hard, especially when there's an athlete that's very competitive and they want to be out there with their teammates on Friday nights, right? And you can't.
yeah.
What was it like for you when you found out that you tore your MCL and would be
Mm,
out because you were out the
yeah.
rest of the year? What was
Rest of
that like for you?
it broke me a little bit. Like when I first found out, I didn't know what to think of it. Like I didn't know if I had to get surgery. I had to just rehab it up. But after I got surgery, I was like, I gotta do better now. Like I gotta push myself harder. I gotta get back to where I was and 10 times better in my senior year. And I just hopped it back a little bit. I'd say I overcame the injury, and I proved people wrong when people like said that I wasn't gonna do anything more. Like everyone thought my football career, baseball career was over because of one little injury. But I would say it broke me a little bit, a lot.
Did any of those talks, negative talks, was that like, because I always ask the athletes, right?
Mhm.
Because most people think you're done and you're never going to play again, but did some of those negative talks, Alex, was that did you use that as motivation to work harder, to want to come back and prove that you could still play the game that you love?
Yeah, like that's all that matters about it. Like when they would tell me that, I'd be like, all right, watch me next year. Like I'll be back. I didn't let any of it get to me really. I like to hear him talk crap. I like to hear him like talk because I know what like I'm capable of, and I know like my abilities are pretty high. So yeah,
Absolutely.
it motivates me a lot.
And look where you're going now, right? You're going to continue to play two sports. Most people just play one sport, man. You're going to college to play two sports that you love. That I think that's awesome. And to be able to come back from this injury and then have the year that you have, because my next question kind of just jumps right into that. So your senior year now, so your junior year, you were injured. So here we're coming back to your senior year, it's football, and you're able to play, and you make all district first team defense. This is after the injury.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were also nominated to play in the Coastal Bend Coaches Association All-Star football game. This is amazing. You're coming back from a major injury where people think you may not come back. And if you're able to play, you could re-injure yourself, but that doesn't happen. You make first team all district first team defense, and then you're playing in the All-Star game. And what was that like for you?
The All-Star game was amazing. Like my coaching staff was the Taft and Odom team, and like it was fun. Like they made everything like so much like fun, and like one more time to put on the pads in high school uniform, rep our like old high school one more time, and it was just amazing. And then for the first team, my goal was first team. I was trying to get to like all South Texas, like all the big ones, but I only got the first team. And I'm happy with that. Like everyone in our district, I have a tough district, and then everyone in our district's amazing. So it's pretty amazing to be nominated first team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And this district that you're talking about, it is. And it's going to get tougher this year. I know you're not
Yeah.
going to be part of this football team this year, but now you've got three teams from the Valley that are coming into already a tough district here. And these three teams that are coming in from the Valley, man, they're all playoff teams
Uh-huh.
in with Rockport, Ingleside, and Sinton, man. It's going to be a battle, man. So
It is.
absolutely, it's a grind every week.
It is.
I'd like to ask you something that your mom said. So you were voted like sophomore of the year, man. So you're still kind of young when you're voted right into high school.
Mm-hmm.
What was
Yeah.
that like for you, for your classmates to vote you sophomore of the year?
It was actually like sophomore year for like our district for baseball.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yeah, and it was. I actually didn't play like varsity until like midway sophomore year, like a tournament, and then the next like 2 days we had a district game, and they moved me up for the tournament because someone got hurt, and I took my opportunity, and I got a starting job in left field, and then when our ace would throw, I would go to center field, and I just had a great year that year, and I just somehow won sophomore year. It's pretty cool. I was expecting a first team outfield, first team or second team outfield, but I didn't get that. But sophomore year it put me in my place.
Yeah, man, you're still, I mean, you're still young. You got 2 more years
Yeah.
left. I mean, I think every time I see juniors and seniors, right, playing, you almost expect it. But when you see a sophomore playing, getting awards like that, playing with guys, because you're basically playing with guys that are 2 years older than you,
Mm-hmm.
because you're throwing them in. So if you're bad, you're probably facing an ace pitcher that's 2 years older than you. So any award is good, right? But when you are a sophomore freshman and you get paid for all academic district, man, to me that's awesome because you're still young. There's still a lot of growth growing, and that just shows to me that athlete is putting in the time to get better at the sport that he loves, right? So that's awesome, man. Um, as I said, you're going to be going to McMurray University. That's up by Abilene, so you're going to be going far away from home, right?
6 hours away.
Um, how many hours?
6.
Oof.
About 6.
Um, so you're going to be playing football and baseball, like I said. Why did you pick McMurray University?
Well, one of the coaches from Taft, he was an older alumni from Ingleside. And I knew he went to McMurray, and like I asked him about it. We were talking to him about it, and he was like, just apply, and I'll help you see like what I could do, talk to the coaches, whatever." And I applied. I got accepted like a month later, and then 2 days later, I got a call from one of the coaches and saying like, "We want you to come take a visit. Like we seen your film. We like you." And when I went to the campus, it was beautiful. Like that campus is amazing. All come back together. Like nothing bad's really gonna happen to you over there. It's like it's a tight knit community, I guess you could say. And the coaches welcomed me in. Everyone was nice, and their mindset is amazing. Like they haven't been doing too good the past 2 years or 3 years, but they have a new coaching staff, and it's gonna be fun. It'll be something else, I guess.
And that's awesome. Like I said, anytime you can play at the next level and
It's,
you're talking about McMurray where you feel comfortable, because you're going to be far from home, man. And
yes.
that's difficult because you can't just drive back on the weekends, right? So
No.
it's kind of difficult. I know it's difficult for parents to let their babies leave, man. But at the same time, man, it's awesome to be able to see your kid get and play at the next level and the game that he loves, right? And then, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
you're playing
For
too,
sure.
so you're gonna be busy down there with your
It'll be very
studies.
good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got football, you
School.
got your studies, and then you got baseball. So,
It'll
it's going
be
to be difficult, but it's going to be a lot of fun for you,
yeah,
man. And the coast to coast is looking forward to following you and see what you can do at the
appreciate it.
next level. I've just
Sure.
got one more question for you, Alex, and I'd just like to talk to you. Give me a memorable moment, whether it's you, junior high or high school, that you'll always remember in football and in baseball. A play, a touchdown in football, maybe an interception, a good hit,
Mm-hmm.
baseball home run, an out, a great catch, something that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I've had a lot of great plays of my high school football career, I guess you could say. But it it was a game our sophomore year. We were we were down by one touchdown. It was 44 to 40. It was 46-41, and they had the ball. They were running out the clock. It was industrial, playing industrial, my sophomore year, and a running back was running the ball. I hit him pretty good, and the ball just came out, and we recovered the fumble, and then we ended up winning that game by 2 touchdowns. We had a one play touchdown the next play, and then we forced the turnover again and scored another touchdown. So that was an amazing comeback because we were down like 40. We were down like 36-7 at halftime. So it was a great
Mm.
comeback, and we sealed the finish. And that was something I'll probably always remember that started me like loving the football game even more, getting more like friends, you know what I'm saying? I think
And then in baseball.
in baseball, I were memorable my sophomore year probably when we were playing Robstown. I just made a great diving play, and everyone's so hype and like amazing, and that was fun. I had like fans from the other team complimenting on my catch, and like I thought that was probably the most memorable thing I probably remember.
Yeah, look, when you get the other team fans to come
Yeah.
and give you some kind of compliment, man, you know you're doing something
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And
Yes, sir.
man, I tell you, Alex, like I said, you and I were talking earlier, where what we do when you come on, man, is we continue to follow you. Like I said, we're going to find out more about McMurray and how we can follow you, if it's through stats, through a link, through football, baseball. We got your information, man. We'll be sending you messages. We won't bother you, but anything you can give us that'll
Mm-hmm.
help us. Because what we want to do with our athletes that come on is just to post on our page and let the community of Ingleside and anybody else, your family, know what you're doing. It's important
Yeah.
for them to know. I mean, the work ethic that the athletes put in to get to this point. I mean, you just don't get, they just don't, hey, man, you're
Yeah.
Alex Rodriguez and you're coming to college. You got to
Yeah.
put in the work. You got to get up early in
Yeah.
the morning. It starts when your mom said you were playing 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You were on that football field, right? It
Yes,
starts
sir.
from that moment. A lot of athletes don't even have a summer, man. They're out there working out, getting ready for the season. You're
Yeah.
going to be playing two sports. So we want to kind of just continue to inform the community of Ingleside and your family and anybody that's following the Coast to Coast what you're doing at the next level, the work that you're putting in. I know you're going to be successful, man. I think it's just great that our athletes can continue to play a sport that they so enjoy to play at the next
Mm-hmm.
level, and it's great. And so I want to thank you for coming on, spending
Of
a few
course.
minutes with us, so that the community can get to know who Alex Rodriguez is. Again, Alex, he's a 2021 graduate from Ingleside. He's going to be going to McMurray University. It's a D3 school where he's going to play football and he's going to be playing baseball. And we're here at the Coast to Coast are going to continue
Yes, sir.
to stay in contact with Alex, let the community know what he's doing up there. And if we can get a quick Zoom meeting, interview meeting with him,
Yeah.
we'll do that. If not, we'll have to wait till the season's over. Alex will be busy. But again, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes,
The
sir.
Coast to Coast Sportsman wishes you nothing but luck and good fortune. And we want to stay up with you and let you know just what you're doing up there. And do you know what position you're going to be playing out there?
I'll be playing safety. Like
Ooh,
either I'll say a free safety.
that's going to be good. And baseball?
Somewhere in the outfield, wherever they need an outfielder, I'll be there. I
Wow,
don't really
it's going to be
like, yeah.
it's going to be great. And Alex, when do you leave Ingleside? When are you heading out there?
Mm, at the end of July, sometimes like July 25th, July 26th, something like that. They want me
Wow,
there at
that's
the end of the month.
it's awesome, man. That's great, man. Thank you for spending some time with us.
So
Like I said, we'll continue to update you on at what Alex is doing up at McMurray, and hopefully we can get an interview here once he gets there on Zoom, so that
yes,
he
sir.
can let us
I'm
know,
gonna be
especially if
happy.
he has a big game. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I got
yes,
your
sir.
contact info,
Yeah,
Alex. Man, congratulations. Safe travels up there. When you head out
sir.
there, you'll be hearing from the Coast to Coast again, man. But as I do here on our podcast all the time, I give the guest the last word before we call it a night. Anything you want to say before we call it a night?
I just say like what you're doing here is amazing. Like what you and your guys have going is great. It'll definitely push kids to want to be on the show. Like they'll hear stuff like this and they want to be on the show. They'll want to go play college. They won't like it's amazing what y'all are doing here. I thank you for all the support you've given me so far, and it means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on, like I said, and we wish you all the luck, man. And like I
Yes,
said, we're
sir.
gonna stay in touch with you with what you're doing out there to put it on our page because a lot of times athletes get in there and they get lost and people don't even know what they're doing, and we don't want that to happen to our athletes. Coastal Bend area's got multiple athletes, man, to go to college and do a lot. We just don't hear about it, and we want to be a small part of changing that. And
Yes, sir.
so, once again, we appreciate you coming on. Good luck, man,
Of course.
and we'll be talking to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, brother. Enjoy and peace out.
I will. Thank you. Bye.